Have you ever tried to talk about something important with your partner and then you find out suddenly this important topic has converted into argument? You were thinking that all this while that I'm going to talk this important topic in a very structured manner, and today there won't be any conflict. You have decided that. However, the moment you start talking, the entire conversation turns out into defensiveness. Either your partner goes into defensiveness, you go into blame game. Sometimes he's going into assumptions, sometimes you are assuming things, and everything just turns out into fight. And you wonder how come the conversation converted into argument? It absolutely this topic had nothing to do with any kind of debate, or there was no reason to argue. We both are on the same page, yet we both are arguing on this topic. Let me tell you, you are not alone. Studies show that poor communication is one of the top three reasons of relationships break down. Top three reasons. So communication skills really play a major role in getting success in career, relationships, or maybe wealth as well. But the truth is, communication is an important aspect of our life. The truth is, tough conversations doesn't always have to end in conflict. You have to believe this. No matter how awkward the conversation is, that conversation doesn't need to end with a conflict. Hi, this is Vidya Vigutra, and today we are going to talk about something we all face: difficult conversations. Even I face such kind of things when I try talking to my dad. Yeah, every conversation feels as if how do I express myself? How do I express myself? Many ladies also face the same problem. They are unable to express themselves in front of their partners. So most people fear that what will happen if I express? What if he rejects? What if he gets angry? Or what if my partner just leaves me? So there's a lot of fear around topics of discussion only. They want to discuss desperately, but they are not able to put up their point. Most people fear because they think honesty will lead to arguments. So they are not honest in their communications. They hide some content and then they'll speak. But if the communication is done right, then these conversations can actually bring you closer instead of tearing you apart. If you use the right words, the right pitch, and right structure of placing your message, then nobody can beat you in the conversation. A healthy conversation is equal to healthy relationship. Always remember. We all have been there, in fact. You want to share your feelings, but you're scared. Your partner will get defensive or shut down. So sometimes you hold everything inside you. You keep holding it until one day everything just bursts out in a different tone, in a different gestures, different mannerism, and different words. The words that you don't even want to use. You don't identify yourself with those words. And yet you end up speaking something random in your anger. So other times you avoid the topic altogether, only to feel resentful later. You always feel, I should have said this. I should have said this. When she said this, I should have replied in that manner. When he said this, I wish I could speak in that way. So you come back and you are regretting all the things that you did not say at all. And sometimes you feel, oh, I said this, I should have not said this, maybe because of that my partner got angry. Why did I say these things? But there is always a background fear going on of being misunderstood. You have that fear of being misunderstood and judged. And when you start talking to your partner, you genuinely get misunderstood and judged. So you feel my partner is judgmental. My partner doesn't have deciphering capacity. That's why he misjudges me and misunderstands me. But the truth is, even we need to have those communication skills. Yes, life is going to throw certain difficult people in our life. Some people are blessed with high EQ people. High emotional quotient people are there in their life already. But some of you ladies might not be blessed with a high EQ man in life. The man must be high in physical quotient. He must be high in intelligence quotient. But his emotional quotient is lacking. And that's why you find it very difficult to communicate with him. But the truth is, difficulties don't come without solution. If you learn how to communicate, you can even crack a code of how to deal with low EQ people, low emotional quotient people. If today you learn with your partner, tomorrow if your boss has low emotional quotient, if children have low emotional quotient, you can solve 360-degree problems in your life. So, all I want to say is this is solvable. When we speak, our tone, our words really matter. There was a case where the husband used to get triggered when the wife used a certain tone, and he was not able to re-establish the relationship no matter what. No matter how much his wife worked on herself, he was getting triggered by her tone itself. So that's how we understand that tones are also really important in communication. If your tone is wrong, then the entire message is misinterpreted, no matter even if your words are correct. So, wrong tone, wrong words are severe triggers for anger. The cycle leaves both the partners in a hurt cycle. They feel disconnected and they are afraid of addressing issues in future. They are just afraid talking to each other because they are not enjoying each other's tone. So make sure that you work on your tone. And if you have a question, how to break this cycle, Vidya? I don't know how to break this cycle. Constantly he gets offended by my tone, my words. What should I do? So, some powerful techniques I'll share with you. All right. First, listen actively. Instead of planning your response, that what should I speak, in what structure I should speak. So, because I get many ladies who say, Vidya, I tried affirmative communication, Vidya, I tried assertive communication, but nothing is working. The man just doesn't understand anything. There is lack of acceptance that there is lack of communication skill that you are also holding. So, first, understand that you got to listen actively. Don't plan in head what you're going to reply. Sometimes the replies can be just nodding head. Sometimes the replies can be just looking into his eyes and validating his emotion. Really, you don't need to speak all the time. All you need to do is use your ears. Use these ears constantly and hear what your partner is saying. Then, whatever you have heard, you say that I hear that you felt ignored when I did this. I hear that you felt neglected when I prioritized your friends over you. I think you felt ignored when I was catering to your parents on call and you were constantly calling me. So validate whatever he's saying, hear actively, and then say that I hear that you feel dash dash dash. All right. So in this way, you do really do not. It is really not a rocket science to reply to whatever is being spoken. You don't have to design any replies in your head. All you got to see is, I hear what you felt. I hear that you felt XYZ thing when I did ABC thing. That's all. So if you listen carefully, you will be able to speak it back to him. And this is called as validating your partner's emotions. They feel heard, and you have no idea such a big relief it is for your partners to feel heard because they always feel that I speak, I speak, I speak, but every time I speak, my partner behaves as if my partner has not heard. They are on their own spree of replies. They get defensive, and my partner starts talking. So give relief to your partner and build trust by listening actively and repeating what they said. That I heard this, is it right? And stay calm. Try to stay calm. If there is a lot of emotion coming up inside, you're getting offended, then remember that it is just inside you that is getting offended. The partner is not intending to offend you. Take a deep breath. Practice deep breaths and practice calmness in the conversations. Be clear about your intention. What is the goal? What is your relationship goal? If you're clear with your intentions, you will not get disturbed in the communication. However, if your intentions are not clear, your goal is not clear, then you are randomly going to follow your emotions and create a ruckus out of a healthy relationship also. So just start by saying, I want to talk because I care about us. You can say to your partner, I really would like to talk about this thing because I care about our relationship. I really want our relationship to be friendly and intimate. This way, let your partner know that you are not in a defensive mode. And then start using I statements. Instead of saying you, start saying I feel hurt, I feel ignored, I feel neglected, I feel guilty, I feel angry. So I statements, not you are this, you are that. Don't go into blame mindset because blaming people never really come up with any solution. Blaming people, they go frustrated to the bed. They will always sleep with a lot of irritation and frustration because they are spending entire energy in blaming and they are not getting solution. So blaming and solution are like two exactly opposite words. And they are opposite worlds. They are opposite words also and they are opposite world also. The blaming world never comes with solution. And the solution world never has blame in it. So always remember, don't get into this blame bubble. Get into the solution bubble, right? Well, I'll give you an example. I once worked with a couple who argued every time about the finances. It's not that they were earning less or more. It was just that they were not on same page regarding finances. The husband always felt attacked by the wife, and wife felt that husband ignores her. So through practice, they began conversations with each other. I taught them how to have calm communication, and intentions behind the communication started changing. They started saying to each other, "I want us to find out a solution together." And the moment that the couple said to each other that I want us to find a solution together, we both are facing this problem. How should we work on it? What do you think? And the immediately shift was there. What once used to end in shouting and yelling and throwing things at each other without any teamwork now converted into a teamwork, a meeting. They both started having meetings like professionals. They started meeting at a cafe, having coffee, and they started discussing their finances with each other without fighting. So, for the first time in years, they were able to plan their future without resentment. This story actually reminds me that it's not difficult to have awkward conversations. But the conversation has to be a connecting conversation. It should not be a disconnecting conversation, right? So remember, with active listening, by keeping yourself calm, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, having your intentions clear, having your goal clear, what do I want to achieve? And then becoming compassionate enough to understand the words of your partner. Then all these things can come together for you to handle tough conversations. And it can transform into a bridge of understanding, which is an unbreakable bridge of understanding. You will never go through a phase where your partner is misunderstanding you. So there won't be any distance, and your love and trust is going to go deep, deep, and more deep. Now, I would love to hear from you. What's the hardest conversation you have ever had with your partner? Share in the comments below. If you like this video, then please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Maybe somebody in your circle will get benefited by this video. My only purpose is to educate you in relationship problems and make you aware that everything is resolvable, everything is figure outable. You just need to believe that yes, I can solve my problem. Alright, so don't forget to watch my other videos. There are many other videos which can help you in solving infertility issues, emotionally absent partner, silent treatment given by partner, in-laws interference. There are many videos around these topics. So do go through them and help yourself and improve the communication in your relationship. Alright, thank you so much for staying with me for this while. Take care.